All right. So this is me trying it live. Full, as much full disclosure as possible. This is me just giving it a go. Yep, wait. Oh, yeah. No, we're live. Okay. Well, okay. So this is very trial, and I'm going to talk as if nobody's watching because as of right now, nobody's watching. This was a very last minute thing I did, but we are going to treat this as if it was a pre recorded podcast. I got the chat up, I got my streaming stuff up, got everything up. What I don't have up is my notes, but that's okay. That's fine. What what I'm going to focus on right now is just seeing if this is even going to work. So I have my stream timer, how long I've been live for, which is like 2 minutes longer than what's showing on YouTube ish. So, okay. Wow. What an intro. What an intro. Am I right? Uh, Welcome back to the first podcast for 2025. Uh, Hang on. I'm getting something. The stream's bitrate, a higher one is recommended. No, I don't think I'm going to do a higher one. Thank you, YouTube, but no thank you. I don't want to do that because no drop frames. And that's pretty good. But anyway, first podcast of the year, first live stream of the year, and what would you know? What do you know? Intersection, boom, crossed. I am doing this both simultaneously, and that's just a test to see how this would work. And if this does work out well, and everything goes well of on the production side, that I have no issues in my like temporary setup, which we'll talk about all this in a second. I will then expand this to be more of a conversational piece, maybe have some guests or something. And ooh, chat! I got a chat coming in. We got one from Jordan. Yo, what up? Oh, and oh, well, I got chats flowing in. Hello, Randy. Hope all is well for the end of January 2025. So far, I can't complain. Everything's great. I hope you guys are doing. How are you guys doing since you're here? I'll talk real quick. This is conversational piece with the chat right now, but we will go over the title subjects a bit, and let's as most every episode of the podcast that I do, even though it's pre-recorded, this is my first live stream podcast. I always give like a quick update on everything happening in the world of the Randy Nexus, and a lot has happened. So, first, if you're watching this on YouTube and you don't just have me like in the background, what's going on here? My channel members kind of know what's happening. I made a private video about that, so I'm not going to go too in depth with it. But what I am going to say is I'm building something in my studio space. So this is my temporary setup, just so I can at least do this, because there's still so much like to do and to cover and to talk about. So I definitely want to stay on the grind while I'm building, because I'm waiting for parts to come in and all that. Any other point being, this is a temporary setup. So I made it look like a jungle-ish, right? Welcome to my little oasis here. And what you don't really see happening off screen, just from what I can see here, yeah, is my monitor is right there. I'm touching my monitor right there. I set up my camera right here just so I can kind of have some angle, some depth in the background, if you will. Sup, bro? Yo, what is up? Paradise. We all know you're building that dance floor. Ah, building the dance floor. Building the dance floor. Ready? Woo, woo, woo. Right? So what you don't also see is I got my light source up here, which is supposed to complement my window, which is like wide open. So natural lighting, and then nothing to light right here. So this is very rough, but we are building something. So anyway, that's what's happening here. And I'm going to be honest with you, the thumbnail and or title of the episode may still very well change once we're done here, seeing how my engaged chat will be. And I have some like notes to go over, but as most episodes go, I don't see this going to an hour, maybe shy of an hour. Time will tell, but with that's a big. I'll read that body of text in just a second. I will elaborate a little bit more because the current title is a uh, it's both talking about the thumbnail, which is all these tech stuff happening this year, as well as actually what's happening with me and this channel and how things are going to operate. So that's why it might change. If I do change it and it doesn't make sense, well, then maybe I'm a little bit more on the nose with it. But before I do, doing well. I found you through Taylosive and enjoy the very different tech perspectives. Excited to see where your channel goes in 2025. Never commented before on your channel, but found you late 2024. Hey, man, I appreciate you being here. It's cool that you found me through Drew. We are, I like to say that Drew and I are at times, most of the time, I mean, we're friends for a reason. Drew and I, most of the time, are two sides of the same coin. So that other perspective you're talking about, that's what that's about. So if you are familiar with the Talos of Tech, not branding, but how stuff is covered, there won't be that much of a difference in that sense. But there is a difference because I have my own takes on things. And surprisingly, if you watch the podcasts, sometimes Drew and I, we don't agree on things, which makes it that much more fun. But yeah, I really wish I had my glasses on now because the chat is more active than I was expecting, which I appreciate. We'll build upon today's topic with our active community. And if you guys are listening to this in the aftermath of it all, when it's recording, feel free to get subscribed or at least be notified when I'm live or something. I don't know. This is really a test, right? For all I knew, this thing was going to go offline the moment I hit stream. I hit a button. I hit a button. We're good? We're good. We're good. Okay. To my understanding, it looks like there's like about 9-second delay. Yeah. There's a, I can see 9-second delay. Okay. We have, is the black shinier logo temporary? I missed the sage green one. I felt it had more personality and stood out more in the description box. That's a great, I like that. That's a really cool question. I think it's temporary. That is more of a promo thing to indicate the highest tier of the channel membership when they get that and what that unlocks, which admittedly I've been lacking just a little bit on the channel membership perks because I've been trying to build this thing, as I was saying, behind the scenes, the production side building. But once I have everything in full ramp again, which I'm about like maybe 70% there, we're streaming, right? So I'm more than halfway done with everything. So once I get everything done, I plan on 2025 just grinding at this channel, which is why a lot of things with the title saying things are going to change. It's not just with the tech, it's also going to do with the coverage that I do, which we'll go over. So I think it's going to change. I like the idea of maybe having that sage green out while maybe mixing it up a little bit. Maybe I'll do something every year as a season thing, which for me, it's not at the beginning of the year like you would be familiar if you're familiar with these other guys, Drew or whoever. They normally refresh their stuff at the beginning of the year. Mine, I started this channel not even a year ago. When I hit the year mark, maybe we'll change something. But I like the idea of keeping things green because branding, right? So I hear you. Jordan says, been watching Drew since the Attic days and Talos of Tech. Oh, of Talos of Tech. I need to put my glasses on. If I run away for like 5 seconds, because I think it's on my couch, I'll go grab it, but hang on a second. So I've been around from the beginning to be familiar with you and the gang. Hey, with me and the gang. Sweet. Micah! Glad I can finally join us. I'm glad you're here, man. I appreciate it. Look, see, talking about the channel membership and the changing thing, he's holding the current silver status, and after a certain point, he will get promoted up to the gold, which I have to review my notes, Micah. I think you and Alpha might be eligible for that moderator promotion. I'll take a look when that was supposed to happen. But anyway, I missed my 13 mini, bro. I missed my 13 mini. Look at this. Look at this thing. I went caseless. Why am I even charging? I'm at 100. I'm almost at 100. I went caseless because I like it being caseless. Oh, I unlocked the thing. But when I go out of the house, I put a case on, but I miss small iPhones. Very much so. But it makes me wonder about this thin iPhone. Will that substitute the bigger part for less weight? I don't know because I don't got the M4 iPad, so I can't talk about the thinness of Apple products right now, but it does make me think. Maybe I can get over the mini if the slim Air whatever is going to be as impressive as the M4 iPad Pro is. Do you guys think it's impressive? Do you think the iPad's impressive? I don't own an iPad anymore. I plan on owning an iPad, especially when I've been doing a lot of everything, I guess. But I need a stylus. My finger for thumbnails and album art and everything like that has been. I need an iPad, so I think the M4 is impressive. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I've saved up the money. I planned on doing it at the beginning of the year. I got the money, but once you got the money. I don't know if this is just a me thing, but once you have the money, it's kind of hard to part with it. Because it's like, what, $1,000 or something? I don't even remember what I priced it out to, but with the case and the pencil and the iPad, that's going to be a whole thing. I do not know if I'm ready to just part with $1,000 like that, even if I got the money. It's a tough pill to swallow when you actually have to, give the cash up. But, yeah. Nice vest. Oh, yeah. True Colorado now. I got the vest on, really, because my basement's cold and I get too hot if I have a long sleeve. So it's this part right here, Mike. You see this part, Michael? It's heating me like a microwave. Very, very tech-centric, isn't it? I have the Mini 7 and I love it, dude. That's right. I could probably get a Mini too. I just need a stylus. I gave my wife my old Apple Pencil, and she has the Mini 6. So maybe she's not using the stylus. So maybe. Micah says, any idea when the Taylosive podcasts will start back up? Love watching you, Drew, and Mike joke, argue, and whatnot. To be honest with you, no. I don't know when that's going to start back up. Everyone's extremely busy, myself included. I'm ready when everyone else is ready. let me rephrase. I will be as ready as everyone else will be, but it's always a timing thing, isn't it? And to be honest, Mike, it's like a slow tech cycle right now, right? I know Drew put out a great video, by the way, about, tech channels in their struggles in recent years and especially during the dry season, which also allocates to our portion of tech coverage, which is why I haven't really been talking about iPhone or Apple. And I was talking about the stock market or my EV specifically. I was talking about, I did another, I don't even remember. I'm spacing on what I covered. And my brain has been in 2 to 3 different places at once. I have been, stock market. Oh, nostalgia clips. Yeah, that was fun. That's supposed to be evergreen content. And that did the worst, not even 100 views, which, it is what it is. But I made a video about nostalgia hitting, and that's just because there's nothing I want to cover right now. EV's a little bit different. I do want to cover some EVs, but I'm still gathering information and resources. So that will happen when it happens. But I talked about the iPhone leaks and why I don't trust it. Dang, that almost got 1,000 views. Dang. TikTok being banned. Look at that. I forgot. I made more videos than I remember because half my brain has been here building the set, doing everything I have to do for the channel. The other half of my brain, if you are following me on Instagram or you're subscribed to my other channel, I've been working on music. And admittedly, I'm kind of just screwing around right now with music as a whole. So that's something that I think my first and last stream and podcast. My album, I did an album last year at the end of last year. So I have I'll give you guys an exclusive in the Randy verse. What's going on? I have more music that I've written than I put out on the album. And also, I did if you bought the album or bought my CD on Bandcamp, I gave you a bonus song. But there's even more music than just that. And so I kind of been sifting through that music to see if I have enough stuff to make like an EP or another album. So I'm like winding down on the music, but I've been more or less focusing on techniques and music production as a whole, to include writing music for this channel, which is why I haven't really been using music in the recent videos. I'm not rebranding. I'm just refreshing the brand aesthetics. I was asked about the going back to the sage green logo, which most likely will happen. I just like to keep things refreshed. So, okay, I think that's it. How long have I been recording? 15. Yeah. Okay, that's normally enough. Like behind the scenes, we can now talk about tech. But first, let's talk about you guys. What's going on in the chat? Yuck. Who needs a stylus? If you need one for life, if you need one for life, move over to Samsung. Ooh, no, thank you. Samsung's got some cool tech, but they're pretty much Apple, but in the Android body. That's true. Mr. Y Mike says microwave for a micro man. I am not. I know I'm short, Mike, but jeez. Oh, I got one more health update I could talk about. Oh, that was it. Health update. I don't know if you can notice, but I've been dropping weight, man. I got really sick in December. I think I covered that in a video, so I won't go too much into it, but I'm trying to be micro in another way, slowly. But more aspirations than I do have time to, Apple Fitness Plus or this and the other. Like, I've just changed my diet, and that took off 15 pounds right there. Who would have thought? All right. Jordan says, I usually listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts. Yes, I'm one of the few who listens there while I mow the yard. No, I appreciate that we actually have still downloads on the podcast app, because that's what has made the podcast ever so like lasting, is the streaming of it on the Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts, right? Spotify or whatever. So that reminds me on something here. I plan on like getting back into like taking all the content here and putting that up on streaming as well. So because I know people who drive or do chores like me, and they rather just listen to it than have the video. So this will be available as a audio only podcast thing, since it is in all sense a podcast. But I used to put up everything on as a podcast, and I think I'm going to get back into that. So I hear you. Randy, we need you to experiment with a heavier sound in the future, in your future products. I want screaming emo Randy. Again, have you been watching any of my recent reels on Instagram or my shorts on YouTube on my main personal channel? There is a lot of screaming Randy recently, and heavier guitar. My guitar's over there. Guitar, vocals. I had fun experimenting with the more electronic sound, but my roots are in rock and heavy metal. So I think I am going to go back to that for a little bit, because I'll give you one more hint. The music that didn't make the cut on my album were heavier. So, if you want screamy, how'd you call it? Screaming emo Randy. Where are you? I'm so sorry. Cannot sleep. I don't know why I associate Blink 182 with emo, but they are a Southern California, San Diego based band. And even though I'm not in San Diego currently, 619 baby, 619. So where are you? Don't I was good. Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. There's your emo. If I had hair longer, I would just comb my hair. Anyway, I would do the Peter Parker. I'm going to rub dirt in your eye. Oh, Tobey Maguire, come back, please. Marvel needs to bring him back. All right. Best Samsung product is my refrigerator. Oh, Mike finds a way to bring the refrigerator cross verses from Taylor to Randy. Inside joke running deep. I love the Trump Randy. Oh, Mike, he said it, so we gotta do it. I haven't done Trump since he's been inaugurated. Did I? Do I remember? He's getting older and like more frail. So he used to be. Wait, damn it! I haven't done it so long. You're fake news, believe me, folks. Okay. See, this is back when he was more sprightly and better. Now it's just full of bullshit. All the bullshit. You look around, you say, wow, look at all this bullshit. I'm gonna deport everybody. Even if you're in Colorado. Mike, you're gone. Randy, you're gone. Drew, you're gone. Everybody's gone. What was that? Second term, best term. Did you know they're trying to make him be able to run a third term? I mean, this is America. Anyway, we're not gonna get too political. I just like having fun with his voice. Back when Biden was president, that. What did I win? Election night. I think the podcast ended by then, but election night, when it was clear that Trump was gonna win, I remember. I think I made a story. I hope I posted the story. It was him or Kamala, and then Biden just goes, did I win? Hey, come on, man. What are you doing? Okay, Mike Gus said, did you see the report that Apple allegedly canceled the AR glasses? What are your thoughts on that? Personally, I think the smart glasses are the future. I really hope they didn't cancel nothing. Well, it's like Project Titan, right? You can't officially cancel something that hasn't been officially announced. I have not seen that report, but I 100% believe the AR glasses is the future. You want it to be as seamless as a wristwatch, right? I'm going to go grab my glasses because I feel like it's relevant, and I can't read the chat. And I found my glasses. They're right here. They're right. Where are you? No, I'm so sorry. Oh, much better. Well, my eyes did not adjust well to that. But do any of you guys even have the Apple Vision Pro? Is that a thing? Do you guys have it? Because I don't. Obviously, I don't. But just because it's Gen 1 product that gets canceled. I mean, well, the Vision Pro is a Gen 1. That's not canceled. But they did halt making more. They got enough to hold them over until, I guess, Gen 2 comes out. Series 2, Apple Vision Pro 2. The one with the M4 chip. Maybe that's what was wrong with it, right? It's like they put an M2 chip. Nothing with Apple Intelligence. I think I did a video about that, right? Like we were kind of being gaslit about all this Apple Intelligence, man. Jesus, Apple Intelligence. I still have it turned on because I do a lot of type to Siri. It's my favorite way to communicate with Siri as I type, and I like to do a lot of math problems, conversions as well, milliliters. I give my son like liquid vitamins and multivitamin stuff and all that. So sometimes I need to do like a conversion from teaspoons to milliliter because I got like a little syringe thing. So anyway, all that to say that I like the convenience of typing to Siri from anywhere. Just double tap the swipe bar, home bar. I don't know. I like that, but good God, Apple Intelligence. I haven't used Genmoji but once, and that was to generate me, and it made my head so big. It's like one of the last tweets I think I put up. And I'll talk about Twitter too in a sec, but I used the Genmoji thing for me, and it literally like exploded my head. I was like, this is rude, but whatever. I never cared about the Genmoji stuff. I just didn't want to be software locked for the. Sometimes I'll type to Siri and get a prompt like, "Do you want to use Chat GPT?" To which I say, "Yeah." I don't even like. You guys want to see weird flex, but okay. Hang on. Here's a weird flex, but okay moment. Right. I use Chat GPT natively, but I have never downloaded. Come on, focus. I have never downloaded Chat GPT. Not a screenshot, right? And I can move it. I've never downloaded it. So I have no interest in having another app on my phone. That's the digital minimalist in me. But I, d- I don't use the app because I can just access Chat GPT natively system wide whenever I need to do certain type to text functions, which was the whole point of why I wanted an iPhone 16 or 15 Pro. But I mean the color cheaper. I didn't pay any money for that too, so there's that. But like Apple Intelligence is literally trash. It sucks. And they know it sucks. That's why what the last 18.3 or whatever, like they canned the whole summary news thing because people are getting wrong information. Especially in Trump's America. You never know what's gonna be right. Back when I was president, everything was intelligent. All right. Chat, you're moving. Will you test drive a Rivian this year? Mike, when I do, not if, but when I do, I'm going to record it. The only thing better than test driving a Rivian and recording it for content and also for memories is if I had a friend here to either be my B-roll guy or to experience it with. Maybe someone who's already test driven a Rivian. You know, I don't know, maybe, but yes, I will definitely. That actually. On that note, Mr. Y, Mike. Not only am I going to test drive a Rivian, I plan on getting behind the wheel of many different EVs. I have no intention of being a Talos of EV equivalent. Like I'm not going to go deep into it, but for the Randy Nexus branding, I like things with good aesthetics, and some of these cars are be looking fine. So yeah, I think not just Rivian, Ionic, uh, Kia EV6, Ionic 5, ID Buzz. My wife, and Mr. Y Mike saw an ID Buzz, the hippie bus EV, at the same day. And as Mike had texted that in our group chat, I was like, dude, I was literally just gonna text this because my wife had just saw it too and she was freaking out. So apparently, Volkswagen's catching as much attention as a Cybertruck, which Cybertruck's a dime a dozen. I see so many Cybertrucks out here. I am completely desensitized. And also, fuck anything to do with Tesla these days. Just good God, everyone can suck. I know I already dropped the F bomb, but we're in a good mood today. We're gonna stay in a good mood. But God damn it. Jesus. But don't worry. My heart goes out to motherfucker. God damn. I'm so glad I sold my stock. No, I gotta pay for groceries. Wait, what do you mean? Wait. Oh. Paradise is saying he's got to pay for groceries on the whole Apple Vision Pro thing. Tracking. I'm down to test drive some EVs. Well, I'm down if you're down with the brown. Nope, I didn't think that one through. I'm down if you're down, Mike. If you do more vehicle coverage during the year, maybe you should get a Lamborghini and go 90 in a school zone. Well, here's the thing. I have a heavy foot when I'm behind the wheel. I drive fast and reckless, and I can't afford to what they call it, fuck around and find out. Nah, man, I'm good. Marquez can have that realm. I'm down to try a Lamborghini, but not in a school zone. Nope, they do not screw around out here with people driving anything above 20 miles per hour in a school zone. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I gotta look at my thumbnail again because I remember the other things I wanted to talk about. How long have we been on? Oh, 30 minutes. Good. I got time to talk about stuff. So here, for 2025, here is what I am more or less alluding to for Apple, Tesla, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, etc. Right? When I say things are going to change, I think, as I had made that very quick video in this week, at some point I made a video talking about China doing the DeepSeek thing. I think we're going to see a proper adjustment to the not Apple, excuse me, the AI and hardware, software integration of stuff when it comes to these tech companies, Apple and etc. To be honest with you, to be transparent with you, if I had to put my money on a horse here, a metaphorical horse, I think Microsoft is going to win big when it comes to the this year's tech realm of whatever that's going to be, because Apple is very much, the design company. Look how pretty it is and all that, right? But Microsoft holds all these contracts, and they're a major investor in OpenAI. I believe that out of all companies that are going to do well this year, I have a sneaky suspicion Microsoft is going to do better than Google and Apple and Meta for that matter as well, right? Like Meta has talked about doing bot comments like openly. I even see it on Instagram now of I'm like, do you want to talk with these people, these fake people, just to stay on the platform? So they're trying to use AI in a social media aspect. And maybe it's my age, maybe it's I'm just burnt out or whatever. I don't really give a shit about social media anymore like that. I do not give a shit about Twitter at all. And I made actually, let me see if I can pull it up. I wonder if I can like fact check myself in lifetime. I stopped using Twitter unofficially about at least, in 2024. And I have been making videos on this channel, what I treat as my main channel now. And I used to post everything on Twitter to be like, hey guys, come on. And like, I just didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I found it. You guys want to see an exclusive? And whoever comes back. This is my timestamp this is the thumbnail I made, okay? Come on, focus. Oh, is it too bright? It is too bright. There you go. And now it's too dark. This is the thumbnail I made, okay? And I made this thumbnail, I think the date said in November. Done trying, right? Like that is my thumbnail for the video I've been planning to make. Yeah, since if you look at the timestamp, wait for it, November 25th, 2024. I gave up on Twitter, at least back in November. And I took a break on... The reason I haven't made the video yet, it was actually a video I recorded and then I scrapped. The reason why I didn't do that is because I was already talking all this shit on Elon, and it's not about Elon. To tell you the truth, that's a video that has nothing to do with Elon, other than the fact that he's the owner. I gave up on Twitter because I am a firm believer in the ethos of less but better. And there's no value on Twitter. I am monetized on Twitter, and I never took advantage. I don't give a shit. Like you can't pay me to be on Twitter. You could, go pack sand with that. I'm trying to be PG, but yeah. So that's. I'm so burnt out on social media as a whole. Like I am over it. And Instagram is the same way as well. But the thing is, like, I know all my family and friends, people in my life are on Instagram. So I kind of rather do that. But, like, not Facebook, not Snapchat, not Blue Sky. You will not see me on Blue Sky. I just see a comment, TikTok. TikTok, why even invest that time if it's going to get banned? And I don't even know if it's going to get banned. I could pull numbers on TikTok. I made skits years ago and I put them on TikTok and I was pulling numbers. TikTok and Instagram were like the spot for me to post my skits. Skits are like very old school Randy stuff I used to do on my channel before it became a music channel. Now when I post music, they do numbers on YouTube over Instagram Reels. So it's interesting to see this algorithm, but like I don't want to play the algorithm game. I don't care, right? I want to do this because I like doing this, and it's broad enough that I can cover whatever the hell I want. EVs, Apple, most of the time it's going to be Apple. Things that are of interest to me, I could do this. And then I got my other channel for my creative expression, for my music. I'm good. Like I'm good. Everything I have everything else I need. It's not enough to keep me drinking the Kool-Aid on Twitter, Blue Sky, Snapchat, TikTok, barely Instagram, to be honest with you. I currently have Facebook and Instagram posts. I currently have Facebook and Instagram posts just life events for friends and family, but because it's been so addicting starting in 2025, I stepped away for a minute. I only use X for tech. Don't use TikTok. So there's this misconception that you will get your breaking news on tech for tech stuff on Twitter. And that's not true. And what I mean by that is, okay, 9 to 5, Mac rumors, maybe even more, not publications, but people directly, the basic Apple guy, Apple Hub. All that is pushed out at the exact same time everywhere. Everywhere. I see it. I did see it back when I was on Twitter. They posted it on Twitter and Threads and wherever else you could see. They posted all that stuff everywhere, like at the exact same time. So the breaking news, Reddit, right? Like, got to dip out, my dude. Have a good stream. Jordan, peace. See you, man. If I had a better camera, Mike says, I'd start a bird watching channel. Like a stream? Like on them long form unedited ones? Anyway. So, there is nothing of breaking news that I have found on Twitter that I could not have found somewhere else. Even non-tech stuff. The fires in LA. I found out before social media because I have friends and family in LA. So like that found out. I mean, that was immediate. When we talk about what that unfortunate plane crash that just happened in DC, I found out that one on my news app before Twitter. It's all the same, right? Like there's nothing there. And even like hypothetically, let's say somebody's like Twitter exclusive and they post something on Twitter. It is not worth the stress and the anxiety that I get to get the news maybe 5 minutes before everybody else. I don't care. There's nothing that's that important I need to know right now. The only thing that I need to know right now is status of my immediate family members. That's it. Everything else, I can get to it when I get to it. And that's me trying to break the online addiction, right? I've even stayed off of YouTube more than I was expecting. So, yeah, I don't know. Now, photos and clips would be called something interesting tweets. Oh, Jesus, Mike. I see what you did there. Ooh, hot take incoming. Facebook is S tier social media. It has posts, reels, photos, videos, messages, lives, marketplace, and even dating. It's so complete compared to others, which is why everyone will eventually go back to it. That is a hot take. I don't disagree with that on principle, but much like iTunes back in the day, I don't want an everything app. I didn't like that idea for when Elon bought Twitter, and I don't like a bloated app. However, utility-wise, you do make good points. Here's why I think people will go back. as well. To add to that, or why I feel like people might go back to it. Uh, there are changes to like Instagram, and I'm gonna open up Instagram right now. Uh, God, I'm getting bots right now. I just got these like fake OF whatever liking old. Anywho, you guys notice the aspect ratio change on profiles for Instagram? Like I had to go in and like recrop my. It used to be squares, like the grid would be squares, but now it's not a square. It's a it's a 5 by 4, right? And Instagram is saying that they're doing that to be in line with everything vertical content, which is just trying to be TikTok, right? So everything's trying to be TikTok. I very much like using Instagram because it's short, quick, and I'm a visual consumer of information. But to your point about Facebook having all that stuff, it does have all that stuff. But there's something kind of clunky about the UI when it comes to the reels. Because I'm the type of person that when I get a good reel and I like it, I like to go to the comments. I like to read the comments because the comments are the other half of the equation that just really makes the experience funny. Because I like watching funny stuff. And not on YouTube, but on Facebook, if you go to the comments of a reel, it's going to redirect you to Facebook. I mean, Jesus Christ, to Instagram. And then some things on Instagram is they're putting Threads things in my face, which I have a Threads account. My Threads account. Let's do this in live time since I'm streaming it anyway. When I open up Threads, the content I get, the very first thing I get is I get nature photos. I like using Threads for Architects. Good band. I'm trying to just move the photos around. But I just like looking at nature stuff. And I've curated my algorithm that on the For You page, I just get nature things. Colorado, the Rockies, the Pacific Northwest, and the United States. I just get stuff like that. And then I just opened up my following page, and then this band Architects, they'll post something, right? And it's a good Twitter-ish, but bots are everywhere, man. I don't like the bot situation, so I'm more of a passive observer. The only thing I'm more engaged in now is right here on YouTube. Everything else, I'm more of a passive consumer now. Yeah. Tech God, what up, man? How you doing? It's good to see you. How you been? Micah says, been trying to get off of social media for a while now, but it's so much more difficult than I thought. Bro, I hear you, man. I know exactly what you mean. I don't think I'll ever get off of social media. I'm more intentional with my time. That's been my New Year's theme this year is purpose, right? Like I'm trying to be very intentional about everything that I'm doing. Taken from the stance of less but better. I'm just trying to be very aggressive with my intentions and stay to them. I don't want to deviate. So that's been my theme this year. And it's we're only 31 days into it, but I've been good. And not just like content, but like even like my eating. Like I haven't had fast food since November. And I'm like, oh, I feel great. Like I'm just being intentional with everything that I do. Period. And social media is part of that. I fill my time. I can either play video games, and by that I mean Smash Brothers, and I'll play that with my brother. I will play music, write music, or make content. That's my downtime. Like that's what I do. And going back to what I said at the beginning of the stream, if I'm not doing that, then I'm actually building my studio. I'm always trying to improve it, soundproof it, get everything looking nice, better. So that's the goal, right? I'm trying to be purposeful. So in that sense, I don't have time for social media. Or Micah, going back to your question about the podcast, sometimes I do not have 3 to 4 hours consecutively nonstop to just focus on one thing anymore. Period. I can't. When we record those podcasts, when I do it with Mike and Drew, I have to block out 3 to 4 hours, and that's extremely difficult. And it's getting more difficult as my son is getting older. So That's just life. But it's not just me. Mike's busy. Drew's busy. So timing is timing's a bitch, man. uh, right there with you, Micah. Getting a hobby helps. Mike, care to share your hobby? What you been doing? Is it bird watching? Yo, what's up? Remember me, Randy? I do remember you. I remember you because you participated in my Q&A for real, haven't you? You've been around for a minute. I like seeing that's why I like being a smaller channel. But this is smaller than my main channel, but this channel's more engaged, and I like this, and I like staying small. I like being big enough that maybe I can get monetized and get something when a video picks up or something. Whatever. I don't really care, but whatever. But I like staying small enough that I can actually do these one-on-ones and actually talk with everybody, because I want the idea of just seeing the chat going like that is a little bit anxiety inducing sometimes. But yeah, every other social media is limited. Snaps disappear. Instagram is just media. X is news. Discord is too niche. Dude, Discord's another one, man. Discord, I use Discord specifically for file sharing in lifetime when it comes to collaborating with music or other musicians. I use it specifically for that, and a friend or two to communicate with when it's easier just to get on a call or video chat or whatever, and they don't have iPhone. That's the thing. I use Discord for video chat when they don't have an iPhone. Yeah. So that's my niche one. TikTok has zero substance. Yeah, I used TikTok, in 2001, 2002? And I saw no value. I got off that shit so quick. So I can only imagine how it's been now. And YouTube is too large for intimacy with family and friends. That's true. I use YouTube as my outlets. YouTube is my hobbies of things that I want to talk about, like this channel, or showcasing the stuff I'm working on, like my music. I'm an artist in the audio sense, so I don't even need YouTube for that, because YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, not Pandora, Amazon Music, all that other stuff. My art can live on streaming on the audio sense. So, but I like doing this to showcase. I mean, it's a balance, right? It's a balance for everything. There are people who I guarantee are going to watch, or quote unquote listen to this podcast without ever watching it, and that's fine too. As long as the information gets out there. Facebook has none of those limitations. It's the most routed. Yeah, but I don't. My problem with Facebook for me is that I have old family members, like the boomer types, and you know what I mean. Like, I'm waiting for them to. I don't want to see the bigoted racism. I don't want to see family members try to stay in the know about things, and I don't want people to know everything about my life. So, and none of them come to YouTube. Sorry, that's why I use YouTube, because they don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and that's great. I could scream into a mic with some drums and music and call it art, and they don't have to get it. Hey, Randy, I enjoyed watching your content and been missing it the best few months. Are you gonna be making more videos now that the holidays are over? Yes, I am. I am. On that note, let me tell you something that also is changing, which has nothing to do with those tech companies, but internally. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers, and that's the last thing I need to be fully monetized. I got the watch hours in. I got that very early on last year. I got my watch time because of that John Turnus video I did. It blew up. I was like, damn. Okay, so I'm monetized in the sense I can get super chats, I can get channel members, and I can get all those perks, but I can't run ads. Or I could take sponsorships, but I don't want to yet. But I can't run ads until I have 1,000 subscribers. And I am so close to being fully monetized that when that time comes, not only am I going to be making more content, but YouTube just adjust their YouTube Shorts limit to 3 minutes. So that makes me want to try new things with that format while also still doing streams or the more landscape content that's not vertical portrait based. So when it comes to videos that I know that are going to go 5 to 10 minutes, which normally they do, everything's staying the same. But the things that I want to make quicker notes about that maybe I need more than 60 seconds, I might make exclusive shorts that help me cover those bases. I feel like POV shots for tech products, vehicle products, quality of life improvements with smart home devices or whatnot. All that stuff I feel like can exist better on a shorts format than making a dedicated video for, just because dedicated videos I feel like need that monologue, kind of like this. And when I do that monologuing, I need more than 60 seconds. So it's really hard for me to concise that. I mean, I could, and I've done it. That doesn't excite me. That's not my, I don't feel like I bring value in that sense. So, yeah, when I get monetized fully, not only will I continue making the content, but then you're going to see a kind of a shift of me branching out both ways. Because the truth is, and I've noticed this on my personal channel, on just my Randy Vasquez channel, I get views. I'm gonna actually pull it up to like make a real comparison here. When I make a video, like a dedicated video, now granted, those videos are more like updates these days. So 20 views, 71 views. What else we got? 50 views, 100 views, 66 views. So not less than than the views I get here on this channel. My last music video was the only thing that broke. That's 200 views. Performance video, 160 views. Okay, so you get my point, right? Shorts, 550 views, 643 views, 342 views, 547 views, 542 views. When I made the announcement that I made this channel, the Randy Nexus one, that one got 363 views. So I acknowledge YouTube is pushing that format. So if I can make short content and stay true to its name, shorts, while wearing shorts, then I know that was so stupid. Then I think I'll lean into that to do things that are quick, because the idea of making a YouTube short or making like vertical content, short form content, the idea of that is I don't want it to be production heavy. I want to be able to just do it with my phone real quick, or maybe like my tripod that this camera's on, I can tilt it and have it like that. I want to be able to just like film very quickly, upload very quickly, done. Very little to no editing. Whereas something like this or stream or something, like there's a more production happening. Even if there's no editing happening on this podcast, the editing is in the post, in the pre-production of it all. Yeah. All right. Okay. Being across the world and connecting with the person we see on the other side feels great. For once, it feels like two-way communication. Apart from this, bit off topic, when can we expect the podcast? Yes, I talked about the podcast already. Right now, scheduling is going to schedule. Drew's extremely busy. Mike and I are busy in the sense that we don't have the 3-hour window to put aside and record Tech and EV. So right now, news is slow. There's nothing to cover, nothing that's of substance to make a full podcast. We're all busy in our own right. And logistics. Logistics has always been a bitch for recording those podcasts. It's really hard. Drew's talked about it openly on the podcast, and I think also on his streams. But it's true. It's difficult. Being a dad is time consuming, and it's really hard for me to block out 3 to 4 hours simultaneously. I could do this because I'm going to record for about an hour. And then I'm done. I'm done. So, we'll talk when we all have that open availability for recording tech and EV podcasts again. You will know. You'll know. But right now, that's not scheduling's going to schedule. My hobby is home repairs. So much fun. Jesus Christ, Mike. Boy, I bet you're the life of a party. But yes, during the repairs or in between the improvements, I get opportunities to watch the Stellar Jays, Blue Jays, acorn, woodpeckers, and juncos fly about. I don't know what that is. Anyway, Mark is too busy in the meta AR verse, which is looking pretty cool in my opinion. I haven't seen anything about the metaverse at all. I don't even know what you're talking about, Mike. Mark has been more interested in not, quote unquote, going to jail by Trump to focus on any of that stuff. Off topic, but I'm getting married in May. Any advice? Run! Get the hell out of Dodge! What are you doing, Paradise? There's no paradise there! Run! Congratulations. May. If I may ask, what? How long have you been engaged or in the relationship before getting married? Because then I can, based off of that answer, I can give you specific advice. But congratulations. Here's getting married. Here's one fundamental advice, universal advice. The dating doesn't stop just because you wear a ring or someone takes your last name, right? Like you're always going to work on that relationship, just like any relationship. You don't just get to a certain point like, all right, this relationship's good, and now we're going to thrive forever. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work in your personal life with your friends, family, intimate relationships, your work, your hobbies. Everything needs constant attention and to work on it. Your job is to mitigate that time appropriately. Allocate it for the things that are important to you. And if it's important enough to get married, that comes first, especially if you're going to grow a family someday. But congratulations, all the same. That's cool. I married my best friend. You know what I mean? That's a good feeling. Make sure you are marrying your best friend. I could care less about all the AR VR nonsense. I don't see no appeal to it currently. I wish they would just focus on making sure the social media platforms are running properly. That speaks for itself. Agreed, Nick. Maintaining and improving current products would be greatly appreciated. Very annoying when a company seemingly gets out of touch with their users and audience. Twitter. Fingers crossed you get your sub count soon. I want daily uploads because I love your perspectives. Is it still in the plans to try to migrate away from the MacBook and go for the M4 iPad Mac Mini? Oh man, very on brand question. It is very much in the cards. I am actually, screw it, fuck it. I'll talk about it right here on the stream and on the podcast because my podcasts are typically behind the scenes stuff too. My MacBook Pro, which is, I'm touching it. You can barely see it off frame here. Actually, you can't see it. All right. My MacBook Pro has been having some funny bugs lately, but asterisk, I suspect it's the OS. Every software that came out September, October has been buggy. And I am seeing issues I didn't have before on my Mac. I do not think it's a hardware limitation. I think the software has just been shit. What can you do? But thank God I got Apple Intelligence, am I right? But using my Mac for literally this part, streaming, doing the Randy Nexus, and making my music is all it's good for. I'm also using it currently as I am prepping my taxes. My taxes are so convoluted. Long story short, very long story short, I have to do an itemized deduction. I don't take a standard deduction. I do itemized. I have to. I own multiple properties. There's too much movement with cash flow throughout the year. I have to do an itemized deduction. I use my Mac for the multiple windows to get all that information, to drag and drop uploads and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, the tech has gotten so good in the hardware department, I don't need a MacBook Pro. You tracking? I could get by with a Mac Mini and still do all my streaming just fine, my music production just fine, my taxes just fine. I could do everything just fine on a MacBook Air or a Mac Mini. And then I can have my daily be the M4 iPad, maybe with cellular, so I can get out of the house, because I'm in the basement of my house, but it's still my house. Beautiful home, but sometimes I need to just get out. Not only would I like to do daily uploads, to answer your first question, or that wasn't a question, you're just giving me I expect, and I will counter by saying, I want to do it too. So once I get monetized and everything happens, I think there's a good chance there'll be daily uploads of the news that I observe for that day. And that's what the YouTube Shorts would be about, maybe. And longer form dedicated videos will stay as usual. So, the idea of having the M4 iPad, dude, if I'm being honest with you, I've been just as horny for it since I was introduced to it last year. That idea is so cool. I want to do that so bad. I have the funds now to buy the M4 iPad, 11-inch, Apple Pencil Pro, and the keyboard, the Magic Keyboard. But the truth is, once you see that money put aside and it's ready, and that's like $1,200 or something, maybe more, I don't remember, I wrote it down. It's really hard to part ways with that money at that point. Excuse me, I just burped. So maybe I'm waiting to see what the iPad Airs are about to look like. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Here's my notes. Excuse me, sorry about that. Okay, so my lowest cost option with my military discount, $1,389.59. I wrote this down. About 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so here are my 3 configurations. I will show you what my iPad strategy is. And I'll read it out loud as it comes into focus here. It says, my buying options. Get the M4 iPad Pro 11-inch. This is the lowest cost option for just shy of $1,400. And this is after taxes. I priced it after taxes. So let's just say $1,400, right? And that'll be the lowest option comes with 256 gigs of storage, which is what I had on my 2018 iPad Pro. Wi-Fi, standard glass, pencil, keyboard. If I got the one for travel, I would get cellular, still 256. And again, standard glass, not that nano textured shit. Apple Pencil Pro, Magic Keyboard. And then I priced one out to be what would be the max cost of it, an M4 iPad Pro 13-inch. So now the keyboard is a 13-inch keyboard. Maxing it out, 2 terabytes, cellular, standard glass. I won't do nano textured at all. I would just get paper-like and put that on there. And this one, I made a note saying this would be my Mac replacement. If the camera will focus, there it is, Mac replacement. That would be $2,800. Let's just call it, it's $2, not even $2, $1 shy of $2,900. So I've thought about this from a money standpoint, financial standpoint. Can I afford this? Would I want to do it? I've proven last year already that I can do it on an M-chip iPad. I can run my whole channel. I can do everything. Shit, I can even stream. I saw it. I could do all that. That's exciting. That excites me. Not because I'm bored, but because of the portability factor. And that's what I've always wanted the iPad to be. I don't need a MacBook Pro anymore. I'm done moving. Your boy's getting old. I don't want to move anymore. I'm done. So I don't need the MacBook Pro anymore. And I don't need a Pro. A Mac Mini will be more than enough. So I hope that answers your question. Okay. Randy getting a new Mac Mini would be hype. Oh, God, I hope me talking about it just hyped you up that much more, Mike. Short content while you actually need to wear short shorts, not just regular shorts. You need to find your cheer captain. You need to find your cheer captain while finding your special someone to be on the bleachers. No, I just realized you just did a Swifty. Oh, you just said it. Swifty. Yep. Well, I'm in the bleachers. God. I love that I got to catch some of the streams. See you later. Oh, Mike, I'm sure you're long gone. Bye, buddy. Okay. Thanks for the acknowledging my requests. For now, I'll sleep. I'm in India. Oh, and it's about 3:30 in the morning. I have no idea if he saw any of that then. Well, it's okay. It wasn't his question, but still. See you in the future live streams. Yeah, okay. You know, my analytics is interesting because I know that I have a lot of viewers in India. I have viewers in Europe. And I have a lot of viewers on the East Coast, of all places. The East Coast. So I always try to coordinate my schedule to at least match the East Coast. I feel like the East Coast time frame is the most appropriate to get everybody on the other side of the Atlantic to be able to watch. And then people back home on the West can watch. And then I just run off of Mountain Central Time. Yeah. Okay. Was bringing up Mark Zuckerberg in regards to me complaining about some of my current... Oh, gotcha. Tracking. Thanks, Randy. I've been dating for 5 years. Been engaged for almost 1. Oh, you're ready. Done. Perfect. That was basically me. I was with my wife we got married on our 6th year anniversary. That's when we got married. So I was with her for 6 years before she became my wife, and now we've been married for 5? Yeah, this will be the 6th year married. God, I've been with her so long. That's why she's my best friend, because now she knows me. She grew up with me. She knows me better than I know me sometimes. She's the reason why I am most of the time better mentally. Yeah, no, congratulations. So, okay. You've been in this relationship for 5-6 years. So the advice is not that you need to know your partner anymore. I mean, you've been with them so long now. That relationship element is pretty solid. The advice I can give you is be flexible with the change. I assume someday you're going to want to have a family, and if that is the case, that's going to change everything, literally everything. It's like my wife was my roommate at one point when we first became parents, because we were on opposite schedules. Nobody was sleeping. We would get cranky with each other. Like, it's a whole thing. So the marriage part, I don't think you're gonna see much of a difference because you've been with your partner for so long. But if you have a family, that's when I'll give you some real advice. I think you're ready. I mean, I hope there's no rock left unturned. I feel like you know everything you need to know about this relationship, that you're ready to be married, not just be engaged, but now you're getting married in 3 months. Yeah. Man, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. I've still not updated any of my Apple devices besides my iPad. Oh, Mike, you're in the right, Mike. Don't. I've been running into many bugs with macOS Sequoia, and especially with Watch 11. Dude, oh man, tech out. Don't even get me started on WatchOS. I haven't even updated this one because I knew better. iOS 18 as well, though I'll excuse that since I've been running the beta on my iPhone. I'm not running the beta, and it's been a headache. It's been a headache. So, no excuses. Well, I'm heading. Starting my shift at AppleCare. Ooh, and gonna go help some people with their products. Gonna watch the rest of the recording later for sure. Peace out. Peace. guys? He's gone. I know he's gone. That message came in a long time ago. Looking forward to your T-Mobile Starlink demo. Am I going to do that? I know Starlink is like linking with T-Mobile. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Holy shit. I've been streaming for over an hour. Whoa. All right, let's read the comments real quick. Did you know that you're so much... Wait. Did not know that you're so much open. You are so much... Sorry. You're so much open. iPad guy. Yeah. I grew up in iPad kid. Wait, I get what you're trying to say. Okay. So iPads are what interests me the most. M4 iPad Pro 13 inches, what I'm watching the stream on. Nice. I bet you debate with Drew a lot. Well, yes and no. I don't debate with Drew, but he debates with me. You know, he's a very anti, you know. We all know. I'm assuming, current viewers, 8? Yeah, I'm assuming the 8 of us, 9 including me, know Drew's stance on iPad OS. But Drew looks at it from a content creator's perspective. And, I mean, in that immediate sense, he's not wrong, but he's also not right, because TikTok being the biggest app currently, nobody's using Mac OS to do their TikToks. They're using their phone. An iPad is just an expansion of iOS. So, for Drew's case, it doesn't work. But for my case, it does work enough. I tried Logic. I did Logic, and that was the most important one for me, because I have LumaFusion, and that's a fine editing software. I like Final Cut more, and I'm a mouse and keyboard guy. Oh, here's something that I've upgraded. This is new to my collection. I've gotten the USB-C keyboard now. So there's that. Magic Mouse with USB-C. If it would want to focus, there it is. I upgraded my peripherals, guys. I got a USB-C keyboard with Touch ID, number pad, and Magic Mouse. So I'm a this kind of guy. And if I can do this on the iPad, which I can, then I'm fine. So I'm good. But yeah, I understand where Drew's coming from. It's not that I disagree, because I sold my iPad. I don't disagree with him. I understand iPad OS's purpose now that I made myself live with that for 30 days? 90 days? How long did I have the iPad for? I bought it with the intent to keep that iPad, and we just weren't there yet. Yeah. Anyway. Have you ever had a dream that you do so much that you could do anything? Okay. Anywho. All right, guys. That was a fun way to end it. We're going to end it here. This became more of a chat thing, but I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. No, I actually didn't. I'm thinking I'm going to have to change the thumbnail and title. We talked more about other things, less about what I wanted to talk about. That's fine. We'll save it for another day, but I got to go. See, this is why this podcast, it's quicker. It's easier. I don't have to put 3 hours, an hour 15. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has very much indeed been fun. I am happy this setup worked out just fine. Excuse me. Okay, last comment here, and then I'm gonna go. True complaining because there's only Swift Playground for coding options. Playground is for newbies. Xcode is where advanced. Wait. I mean, Drew doesn't code, so I didn't know. Okay, later. Have a good one. See ya. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, guys. We're gonna end it there, and maybe we'll do a stream that has nothing to do with the podcast. And I look forward to talking to you guys again very, very soon. I'm glad the stream worked out. That gives me the motivation to keep doing stuff like this. So I will talk to you guys later. And I don't have a proper sign off because there's no good transition here. But I call the podcast Tech is Art because it is art. It takes a certain level of art to get this mic to work, to get this keyboard to do biometric authentication. And in some way, literally right here in a stream, we are all connected by it. So that's why tech is art. Tech is beautiful because it keeps us very connected and grounded. We don't have to be a slave to the algorithms for social media. We can just appreciate tech for tech's sake. I'll see you guys later. Take care.